Hello everyone, and welcome to From the Heart Friday, session 78, with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B Creative Cardiology. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you're having a fabulous Friday. It's been a good day for me, so I hope you're having a good day as well. I actually got out for the first time in many months, got my hair done. What do you guys think? My hairdresser, she curled it and styled it and did all this fun stuff. Hey Philomena, hey Janelle, how are you guys? So I was excited. It's always nice to get all kind of dolled up. So with that, I also got my Stampin' Up! Order in today, which means I have new stuff to play with. I got the hydrangea bundle and the dies. I previously had just gotten the paper and the ribbon and the embellishments, but today my order with the dies and the stamp set came. Hi Diana. So I'm super excited about that. And because I'm all dolled up and I have nowhere to go, I thought we would make some fancy cards today. Hey Ospoli, Tabitha. Yeah, so I thought we'd go a little bit above and beyond what I usually do in my videos, and we'll do some embossing, we'll add some pretty ribbons, some designer series paper, the embellishments. We're gonna do the whole gamut today. So I thought you guys would enjoy that, as well as seeing how to use the fabulous new Hydrangea Hill. Well, it's the Hydrangea Hill Suite, which includes the Hydrangea Haven stamp set, as well as the dies. This gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Let me show you guys here some of the papers. So, I mean, lots and lots of, well, my paper pack is kind of falling apart here. Let me see, this works a little bit better. So then we've got some green plaid. We've got this Rococo Rose petal pink pattern, which has this beautiful purple posy stripes on the back. This piece is neat because it's a 12 by 12 with a border on the top and the bottom. So, and then it's got this delicate little, can you guys see the little dots? Those pretty little kind of ditzy dots there on the back. And then we've got the bouquets. Love this pattern too. So with this, there's all kinds of beautiful blues and purples and pinks and all that fun stuff. And then this pretty seaside spray pattern. And let's see, here's another one. Smaller bouquets, and then little bitty flowers there, little violets, well, or hydrangea blossoms there on the back of this piece. Yes, so I love this paper. It's beautiful. Hey Kim, how are you? Oh yes, Kim loves the patterns there too. Awesome color combos. So we're definitely going to be using some more pinks and purples again today, kind of going for a little bit more feminine vibe with our ribbons and all that fun stuff. So I think you're really going to enjoy these. So if you're just starting out, you'll need some petal pink cardstock, some Rococo Rose, some Whisper White, so that's for the first one. The second card, you'll need some purple posy. We're gonna pair that with the gorgeous grape. You need Whisper White for that as well. And then for both cards, you need some Old Olive and some Mossy Meadow. We've got 2 shades of green. Oh, Kim, we won't tell anybody if you're sneaking a break at work. That's okay, totally allowed. Yes, it's Friday, so anything goes, right? All right, so those are the cardstock colors that you'll need. And then I am going to bring in some adhesive sheets and show you a little trick for that with the leaves there. So let me flip, we will go ahead and get started. And if you're following along and looking in your catalog, this is the Hydrangea Hill Suite here on pages 18 and 19 of the brand new mini catalog. All right, so let me flip here. And then I have to switch it so it's not backwards, okay? And then you see here too that I've got my January host code, so if you'd like to shop online, place an order with me, help keep my videos going. My code for the month is FR7X2HZ4. Of course, you can always contact me personally and I'd be happy to assist you with placing an order. All right, so like I said, you'll need your half sheet of Petal Pink and one of Purple Posy. So these are going to be your card bases. These are each half sheet of 8.5 by 11. So it's 5.5 by 8.5 here. This will be your card base. So we're just gonna go ahead and fold those in half. Find my tools here. All right, so you could score them there at 4 1/4 if you like. Or just go ahead and burnish them with your bone folder. Okay. All right, so quick and easy part so far. And we're not gonna glue anything down quite yet. So the next layer that we need, make sure I can find everything here. So we are going to pair a Gorgeous Grape with the Purple Posy card and some Rococo Rose with the Petal Pink card. So each of these is cut a 1/2 inch smaller than the base. So since the finished base is 4 1/4 by 5.5, our darker layer here is 3 3/4, so 3.75 by 5. Okay, so 3 3/4 by 5. But don't glue those down quite yet because we are going to do lots of layering. So we're just kind of building our base here to start with. Then for each of the cards, you need a piece of Whisper White that is, again, a 1/4 inch smaller than the next layer. So our Whisper White here is 3.5, 3.5 by 4 3/4, 4.75. Okay, and this Whisper White layer we are going to emboss with the beautiful Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder. Love that. Super pretty. All right, so we're going to pull this in. Let's go ahead. This is going to be a vertical card, and you can see there is this little flower kind of right in the center. So let's make sure I'm going to use that line along the bottom to make sure my paper is straight, and then center that flower so I know that the design is even all the way around here. All right, so I got my base, and then the special plate for when you do your 3D folders. So if you have the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss, I'm using the base number 1, and then this is plate number 4 here. I do believe that will work. Yes, that works good on those. Okay, so we've got this, wrong part here. You guys want to see the paper, not the base. Isn't that pretty? Look at that gorgeous texture on there. All right, so we're gonna do that for each card, and you can glue that down onto the darker layer. So we'll line this up, make sure it's even. Put that on here, and then we're going to adhere one of these onto the gorgeous, sorry about my arm there, half in the camera. All right, so one goes on the Gorgeous Grape, one goes on the Rococo Rose. Grab my adhesive here, and I am going to, you can see this is kind of the textured side up. Hey Sally, how are you? And then this is the side that's indented, so I'm going to put my adhesive on the indented side here. All right, so stick that right on the dark layer. Okay, so there's that one. Make sure I've got this one right side up for my adhesive. All right, so pretty. I mean, that's gorgeous as it is. You could kind of go just with that. All right, so I'm going to set those aside for the moment. And then we are adding an extra little bit of a layer here, a little bit of an accent. So I've cut some smaller pieces of the Rococo and the Gorgeous Grape. These are, let me see, 2 3/4 by 3. So 2.75 by 3 is what size these are. And then the little white pieces are 1/4 of an inch smaller. So this is, well, actually, I don't think I cut them quite that right. No, scratch that. They're not 2 3/4. They're 2. 2 by 3 is what they are. I thought they looked a little narrow. So 2 by 3, and then the white is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's where that measurement came from. Okay, so the dark color is 2 by 3, and the white layer is 1.75 by 2.75. These we can go ahead and glue. These are just going to essentially make a focal point, a place to hold our flower so that it's not just floating around on our card. Oh, Sally, I'm glad you like these colors. Aren't they pretty? I'm definitely a fan of the pinks and the purples here with these. And I don't know if you guys saw, I got my like petal pink shirt with this pretty like gold floral etching on it. So I do still match my cards. All right, so this, we are going to go ahead and just place this right in the center of the card. I know it doesn't really look like much for now, but just go ahead and center this, okay? So we're definitely building our base here. I know this is lots of layers, more than I usually do, but I think you'll definitely see why here once we get going. Okay, now we need to build a flower. So what I have done in this gorgeous dies, so this is the hydrangea bundle here. You get the stamp set and the dies. And let me show you the dies. They're floating around here. So what I thought I would do is use this detailed petal image for our hydrangea blossoms. And then I'll put that on. This actually cuts out the whole hydrangea. You could stamp the whole thing and then cut it out. I'm not gonna do that today. So what I thought I would do is just die cut the stem part here from Old Olive. You can see I've already kind of started that. So the way you do that is line your die up with just you could do the whole thing if you wanted, but I really didn't want green behind my flower blossoms. So here, let me show you on the end. It's a little bit easier. So when you take your die base, okay, so for these you need tabs 1, 2, and a base plate. And then you stick your paper on here, your die, let's put this down so that it's on here but kind of sticking off the end. And we'll take that and run that whole thing through. So what you end up with, and I already did that for both of these. So what you end up with here are just the stems, okay? So we only die cut just a portion of this. So let me kind of stick this back in here so I don't forget it. All right, so we've got our stems. Then we need our beautiful blossoms. So I have chosen, out of these patterns, I've got the really pretty kind of the petal pink Rococo Rose pattern that's got a really soft petal detail on it. And then this is the purple one. It's got all kinds of purples. Purple Posy, we've got some Highland Heather, that's word. I was like, no, it's not Hydrangea Heather, it's Highland Heather. We've got our gorgeous grape. We've even got Seaside Spray and Misty Moonlight on there. So with this piece, I was actually able to just layer both of these pieces of Designer Series paper together. This is 2 inches wide. So you need a piece that's about 2 by 2.5, 2 by 3. And then you can go ahead, place your die on here and then run that through your machine as well. And then you get these. And isn't that cool? So with this, it doesn't look like much on this side. On this side, you can see all the little petals. and all of those little tiny petal pieces pop up without actually popping out. So you have some really neat dimension going on there. Isn't that cool? And you may have noticed in the catalog, I've had a couple people ask me, the flowers in the catalog here on page 18, how did they do that? Well, this is exactly what they did. They used the detailed blossom die, and they die cut these from the various patterns of the designer series paper. So that is how they got the multicolored effect there, as well as all that texture. Oh, thank you so much for sharing, Philomena. I really do appreciate that, and love all your comments. And if you guys are watching on the replay, definitely continue to comment. I do look at all those and I try to reply. And if you are watching on YouTube, then I appreciate if you give me thumbs up and even subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate that. So you can just take your finger, you can bend this back and forth, make those little petals pop up a little bit there. Hey, Luann. Oh, you were puttering in the kitchen and forgot what time it is. Yes, that can happen. I hope you were cooking something tasty. I have been making a lot of soups lately. My husband isn't a huge fan, but I haven't been giving him a lot of options. So if he wants to eat, then he's eating soup with me here this week. But we've been eating lots of veggies and all those things that are good for us. And well, I like hot soup on a cold day, so I think that's nice. So you can see how I've kind of been just fudging with some of those petals and popping them up a little bit. All right, so we've got that. We've got parts to our flower. Now there's also this little die in here that does the detailing for the stems. So let me show you how I did that. This is where your adhesive sheets come in and your Mossy Meadow cardstock here. So when you get the adhesive sheets, they're 6 inches wide and they're 12 inches long. So this piece has been cut down to about 3.5. It's a piece of scrap that I had. I've got a whole little bin of scraps that I've just kind of been keeping here in case I need to die cut something, but I thought I'd show you how you actually do that. So I cut my Mossy Meadow cardstock to 3.5 inches, and it's actually 3.5 by 5.5, just a part of a half sheet that I had left over. So where it says peel here, you will, I got 2 sheets there. Make sure you don't have a couple stuck together because you just want one. So where it says peel here, that's where you peel, because then there is a little edge here that you can hold your finger with so you don't get everything all gooey. Just toss this little piece away, and then you'll take your cardstock and just stick it right on top here. Okay, just go ahead and smooth it out. And now this is where you are ready to die cut. So take your plates, 1, 2, your clear plate here. Stick this on. We'll put on our detailed die. Grab this. I'm gonna run this through the machine. You put your clear plate on top. All right, I'll try to keep my arm out of here as I am. Actually, you know what? Yes, I think I cut it a little too wide to fit through the mini. I have both of the machines out here. So you pop this out. Oop. Pop out all those little pieces there. Let me see. I don't have my pokey tool handle. So I'm just gonna take the tip of my scissors. There you go. Pull that right out. It comes out so nice and easy. I didn't even have to use my precision plate or anything. They just pop out so nicely. Okay, so now you've got this really pretty detailed piece. Luann, where did I get my, they're essentially kind of a Bermuda Bay color. I just ordered these on Amazon. At the time, Stampin' Up, it was kind of that gap when Stampin' Up was no longer selling Sizzix and the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss plates weren't available. and mine got so bad. You can see I use my plates so much. I use these every day for multiple uses, so they get beat up pretty quickly for the heavy use that I've got lots left over. I can cut out more flower stems or whatever I need in that color. So we'll just pop out the little extra bits. Come on here. Okay, come on. Part of it is it's sticky and part of it is I'm not used to fingers with long nails yet. All right, so put this back in my die case, throw these little bits out. I don't need those right now. All right, so what I'm gonna do, what's wonderful about running these through with the adhesive sheets is then you can just peel off the backing. It's like peeling the backing off a dimensional. Can you guys see that? It just, the little wax piece gently peels off and it sticks perfectly. Let me do this flat so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Fits perfectly on top of the piece. Luann, I think the company was just Sizzix. They come in different colors. Yep. Because the Sizzix plates work with pretty much all die cut machines at this point are about the same size. So yeah, so much easier than gluing, Philomena. And we'll do the next one too. Again, you see the cardstock side. You tell you've got the backing side. You can use your little scissors, your snips or something just to get under the edge of that if you need to. Just gently peel it off. Oh my goodness, so much easier than messing with the fine tip glue. I mean, all the adhesives have a purpose, but when it comes to die cutting little pieces like that, wow, the adhesive sheets really do make a difference. It's so much easier than messing with glue or having glue dots show through, all that stuff. And actually, I'm gonna snip this little extra piece off here too. I don't need that. Okay, so now that you've got this, now you can put your dimensionals on your leaves, and we'll even put a couple dimensionals there on the back of our flowers. So we'll take these. Oh, hey Pam, you caught me this time. Good to see you. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, so we're putting dimensionals on all of these. I'm using up the last of my paper pumpkin dimensional bits. So let's see what I've got here. Using all those little bits and scraps. All right, and then we're gonna use a hunk on the back of our blossoms as well. Just go ahead and stick that in the middle. Ooh, our Pam just got a UPS delivery as well. Yeah, so did I. That's my hydrangea dies came today, so that's why I was excited to use these. All right, so let's go ahead. We will add our ribbon first. So we decorated this. I don't want to glue over my ribbon, the bumps. And if you hear weird noises, my dishwasher is running in the background too. And unfortunately, I think it's starting to drain, which is what's making that gurgly noise. So for this, I'm sorry about that. Using the Petal Pink, really pretty soft ribbon here. I'm gonna cut that just a little bit longer than my Rococo Rose piece. So you need a strip that is about 6 inches long. So that's for the pink card. And then for the purple, this is the beautiful new Gorgeous Grape organdy ribbon that goes with the Hydrangea Hills suite. So again, you want a piece just a little bit longer than your Gorgeous Grape cardstock, so about 6 inches or so. Now we're gonna flip them and apply our adhesive, which is hidden underneath my stamp case. All right, so we'll put our adhesive all the way around the edges. And then we'll run our Gorgeous Grape ribbon right up the side, kind of bordering that. All right, so you can see I taped the ends to the back. Pam, you give your UPS man candy? Well, I have been known to give mine brownies when they come out and do a special delivery for me, so so good for you. Yes, I think I'm gonna go this way so that my ribbon is on the side towards the left. Okay, so I'll do that one. Put all of our adhesive on here. And yes, you could have put your hydrangeas on first, but it's so much easier when applying adhesive to apply it over a smooth surface and not have to have bumps. Let's see, I want my ribbon to kind of straighten out a little bit. Let's see here, we'll pull it tight. And that way the little ribbon kind of evens out. Hey Karen, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us today. All right, I'm gonna put a little more adhesive just to tack that ribbon down. And again, I am putting this on the left towards the folded side here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's add our hydrangeas now, and then we can see what kind of bows or things that we want to add. So for each of these, got our leaves that we have already enhanced with the Mossy Meadow detailing. All right, I'm gonna stick this down here, kind of off of that. So you can see why we put the center piece on. It just helps to center, hold our hydrangea in place. So I've popped quite a few of these up. You can keep working at that if you want. You don't have to do all of them, but by popping a few of those up, it does just add a little bit of extra texture. I've got a dimensional on the back of that, and then just tack that down. So we'll do the same thing here for our little pair of purples going on. So for those of you that just joined, what I did was I die cut the stems with the solid die, but I only cut out the leaf portion. And then we used the Mossy Meadow with the detail die and the adhesive sheets, and that's how we got the really pretty veining there. And then we die cut our flowers with the little the petal blossom there. All right, so go ahead, pop up some of those little pieces as you go, and then we'll just stick that on here. So pretty. We are not finished quite yet. We do need some words. So what I've done, I've used you guys know how I like my stitched shapes dies. It's your most versatile set, your circles, your ovals, and your squares on there too. So I have used the smallest stitched die cut that in Whisper White. And then I've got my 1.5 inch circle punch. That makes a nice layer. So we're gonna punch a 1.5 inch circle from a scrap of the Rococo Rose, and then do one with the scrap of the Gorgeous Grape there as well. And then I've got my Gorgeous Grape and my Rococo Rose ink pads. So let me pull out my little foam mat. Since the hydrangea is a photopolymer stamp, we do want a little extra cushion here. And there are so many cute sentiments in this set. It really is a nice set. You get a lot of different sentiments on here, and some of them are so teeny tiny, adorable little things. So let's see, to fit on here, I think we'll do a with love. I think that would be nice. And what do you think? Should we do them both with love? There's a congrats. There's a thank you. Oh, there's I love you. I'm not sure if the you make me smile. Let's see if that would fit. No, the you make me smile doesn't quite fit on there. The I love you does. How about for you? That's just a nice generic since I don't exactly know who I'm gonna send these to. Oh, and whew, I set this down. Look, it picked up my with love. So be very careful about placement. These little photopolymers are sticky and you don't want to lose one. All right, so let's do one of these in the Rococo. Let's just stamp it right in the center. Beautiful. And then carefully peel that. And we'll do the next one in our gorgeous grape. Okay. Isn't that fun? A pretty little script. I really like that. All right, I'm gonna stick these both on the block because I'm not gonna lose the block, so that'll be a good way to keep everything in order. All right, so put just a little bit of adhesive on the back of these stitched white circles. Make sure you do your Rococo with your Rococo. And it gives it a nice little pop of color peeking out the back. So that's the 1.5 inch circle that pairs really nicely with those stitched shapes dies, that smallest size there. Put a dimensional on the back of these. Again, using up my snips. Oh, my mom's popping in. Hey, Mom. Friday. She forgot it was Friday. My own mom forgot it was Friday. All right, I guess I'll forgive her. We're wrapping it up. We're almost done anyways, so peel the backing off of these. You'll have to watch the replay now. All right, let's tuck this under so we can still see the greeting, but it's peeking out there. So they say, hi, Mom. Again, let's tuck this right under here. Oh, so cute. I think we need some pearls, pastel pearls. In fact, I think these are the most popular embellishment in the catalog because here in the US, they're actually on back order for a whole month. So I hope you got yours in. If you want them, go ahead and order because that at least gets you on the list so that as soon as they become available, you will get yours. Where should we put these? Let's do this. And then we'll put another one right up here. But these pearls are so pretty. You've got your gorgeous grape, your seaside spray, Highland heather, and then you've got Rococo rose down here too. So we'll put some of these around. Like I said, it's a fancier card than I typically do, but I was feeling fancy today. Got my hair done, Mom. What do you think? Woo-hoo. Hey, I've got a partner here. Since I got a partner, Mom, do you want to hold my toaster tongs so I can make a real bow? All right, so just hold them up. Let's see if we can. Have to go this way? Can you hold them on the video? All right. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you guys can see. So it's much easier when you can stick them between your knees or have a partner. But you're gonna pull this around, take your tab down across the front, through the middle, up and around. Oh, I didn't leave it quite. You need enough to actually play with here. So take that, poke it through the middle, up and over. Make sure you've got enough here that you can actually tie a knot with. I'm gonna just move this up to the top. Let's see. Okay, let go. I can show that now. I'm gonna need you again for the next one.
Those two?
Yep. But that way, let me trim that so you guys can see her. Really pretty. Look how dainty that comes out. Let's see here. And, do I have glue dots handy? I must have them somewhere. Yes, there they go. So put a couple of glue dots on the back here. And
right up in the works.
I hope Ziggy's coming to see Grandma. What do you guys think? Put that right up there. Makes it nice and pretty. All right, let's do the same thing with the gorgeous grape. So have Mom hold the tongs. All right, so we will wrap it around, pull it across the front, give yourself some wiggle. There we go. Poke it through the middle, up and over.
Pretty purple.
And then, yes, it is really pretty. We haven't had a nice skinny little organdy ribbon like this. And then pull it tight. Okay, yep, there we go. Nice and tight. Sorry, there goes the dishwasher again. Slide this off. Oops, pretty little ribbon. We'll add that to a couple of glue dots here. Sorry guys, didn't realize my dishwasher was gonna make so much noise, of course, right in the middle of the video. Nice thing with this ribbon, it's nice and pliable so you can maneuver it.
I hope Aunt Jill's watching. She's going to want to make this.
Yes, Aunt Jill, if you're watching, I know you got the ribbon, so you need to make the card there. All right, yes, there we go. So what do you guys think? I know we have lots of layers. We've got embossing on there, multiple layers. We've got some die cutting, ribbon and pearls. We got the whole gamut. Fancy today. We'll have to, yeah, I have to call it Fancy Friday now to go along with our From the Heart Friday. Oh, and Luann, yes, we are thanking Mom.
Take a bow.
Oh, yes. Oh, hey, Doris. Thank you, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed my Fancy Friday cards. This was with the Hydrangea Haven bundle, the gorgeous Hydrangea Designer Series paper. Of course, and you'll just need the whole suite. It's awesome that Stampin' Up! Has done that. You can get the whole collection here. So everything that you see on page 19, so the bundle, it does include the acetate. I'm gonna have to show you guys a video on that. The ribbon, the pearls, and the Designer Series paper. You can do them all a la carte, or you can do the I Want It All collection down here on the bottom of page 18. You need the whole thing for $88.50. That's such a great price for all that you get there, because you will definitely be making lots of cards with these gorgeous projects. And of course, don't forget to use my host code or give me a call. I'll help you with your order. So thank you guys. You have a wonderful rest of your day and a fabulous weekend too. And we will stamp with you again soon. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm poofing up my hair. So, all right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.